We are live from Peninsula High School as the O'Day Fighting Irish take on the Peninsula Seahawks here in Gig Harbor, Washington. Cloudy with the low 50s. Rain may be on and off at times, was drizzling a few minutes ago as we are ready here and the pitchers are taking their warm-ups. Should have a great day for baseball here on the Peninsula.
Well, it's going to be a great game here. We have O'Day traveling all the way down an hour from the greater Seattle area, ready to take on this tough team. Peninsula, a solid team here. They have their own park here at Semel Homestead Park, a great facility. Irish will have trouble getting it over these fences. They got high fences, 322 at the corners and 360 to dead center.
Yep, hopefully the Bats can pick it up from the rough offensive performances they've had the last two games here. Hopefully this is a game to get them going later in the Metro League play. So we are about ready here to start.
And leading it off for the Irish is Davis Downer, the sophomore. He'll be in right field, batting first for the Irish. And he is an interesting young talent committed to Washington State baseball. And he is huge. He can hit the ball a long way. PBR says he's a constant gap-to-gap threat. And we are underway here in Peninsula. Strike two there for Downer. He'll have to fight back here. 0-2. He'll look to shorten up, get that two-strike approach going as that'll float in and ring him up for strike three.
Good breaking ball there.
Yep, a lot of break on that one. Downer thought it was going to stay up and out of the zone, and that comes back, bites him in the butt, and that'll be out number one for the Irish.
Let's go, JJ!
Now next up, J.J. Abner. He'll be at second base, manning the four-hole for the Irish. Number 3 here.
Let's go, JJ!
As we have time for a ball in the outfield. Take a second here, get that taken care of. As we have an O'Day coach running down to grab that out of the right field corner. Oh, there's a strong start from the Peninsula pitcher. Davis Downer, a great hitter, hard to strike out looking. Usually has a swing first approach and just caught looking at that breaking ball. So Abner will foul that one off. Into the park behind us. The young guys will pick it up. And what have we seen out of Abner this year?
From what we can see is he's a great contact hitter, obviously with him being committed to Seattle U. You know, he's only has a average below 100, but it's early in the season. Hopefully he can go pick it up. Something I feel that we need to talk about with Abner is we all know he's a good hitter, and we'll get it going. He's a Seattle U commit, like I said, but something I feel is very undervalued in him is his leadership. He's a very good leader. He's very mature for his age, and later in the year, this could be a big factor for the team down the road. He's definitely that guy that can get him going.
And here's the pitch. Hunter Bennett on the mound for the Seahawks. That'll be high and away. 2-2. Well, Bennett has been pounding the strike zone early. First two batters have both got to 2-strike counts as Abner will look to keep this one alive, get on base, and start an early rally for the Irish.
Good take there.
And that one will be outside, it appears. Abner with a good eye. He'll go to a full count. Count is juiced. Bennett looks in, gets the sign, pitch on the way. Abner swinging first. That's a high fly ball into the gap in center field. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Nice catch there. I believe that is Dakota Ortween in center field for the Seahawks. It's a good at-bat by Abner, forcing the pitch count there. He gets a 6-pitch at-bat. Nice one at that. Good contact. Unfortunately, couldn't find any grass out there in the outfield. Now Githens into the box for the Irish. Joe Githens, one of the senior captains for this team. Excellent leader. You can see he has those fancy red, maroon, and gold cleats on.
paying tribute to one of the players from Peninsula that recently tragically died back in June, and also paying tribute to Josh Dickerson, the reason we have Beards for Bros here at O'Day.
Githens now in a hitter's count, 2-0. Big swing and a miss for Githens. Still in a good count here, 2-1. A lot of people like to talk about first pitch strikes, but really it's about the first 3 pitches. He'll set himself up well here, 2-1. There's a big hit.
Right at the first baseman for the third out.
Well, that was a well-hit ball. Githens stung that one, but unfortunately just right to the first baseman who was ready to make that play all day. Well, pretty easy inning for Hunter Bennett, who will get out of that one without much strife. Downer, Abner, and Githens down in order.
Let's go, Lou!
And it will go to the bottom of the first. And Max Reed on the mound for the Irish. He had a tough start last time out. He actually has a 1.47 ERA. But he's usually quite solid for the Irish, so they'll look to him. They'll look to him to get going this season. They're going to need him. Brady Foster, obviously the first starter for this team. Unfortunately, he had a rough outing yesterday as the Irish fell to the West Seattle Bobcats.
Leading off here for Peninsula is the center fielder, Dakota Ortween. Hopefully, Reed can bounce back from the poor performance he had at Eastlake. You know, hopefully he can get his season going here. He'd be a key pitcher for the Irish down the road. Pitching is always very important down the road as he takes one there for a strike.
I believe this is Luke Klooster's first start behind the plate of the season. That's Joe Githens' usual spot. Fortunately, Klooster now taking that one as Githens moves to DH. Maybe the coaches want to give him some rest.
Yeah, these out-of-conference games, you know, the ones that really matter are the ones that are in the Metro League, but especially in these games, you want to get the young guys to practice, and that's what they're doing with Klooster here as he takes a chopper over to Reese at third. Can't handle it, and he will get the first on an error.
Hey, next time! Hey, flush it, Ace, next
Well, we'll
time.
see what the official scorer has to say about that one, but by any means, the runner still makes it to first base, so we will have our first run of the game. Max Reed, that was not the start he was looking for.
He's digging in for the Peninsula Seahawks. We have Ben King, the second baseman. Good pitch there from Reed. Strike one, got him swinging. Reed looks in. He is set. And the pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner for strike number 2. 0-2 count now.
Nice job by Reed finding the strike zone here.
Definitely. He seems to have it early here in this game, but it's a long game. Anything can happen. Looks in the pitch. Got him swinging strike 3. Ball in the dirt. Another good start for Max Reed here.
Well, he definitely needed that one, that's for sure.
Definitely. Now we can set up the double play here and get out of this inning as Peyton Knowles, the shortstop. Peyton, a Gonzaga commit, along with O'Day Irish pitcher Brady Foster. They could be looking to play with each other in a couple years. As Reed looks in. Gets a sign, throws back to first. He is in there, safe.
Well, we'll see what Luke Klooster has to say about the pitch calling from Max Reed. We know he has a great fastball and a terrific off-speed pitch, but will he have it today is the question.
The pitch, grounder over to the second baseman, gets by him into the outfield, right under his glove, and the runner will move 90 feet, and Peyton Knowles will get on base. Runners at first and second with one out.
Well, that's a rare miscue by J.J. Abner. Max Reed was obviously hoping to have him make that play. Unfortunately, Abner, who's usually very solid defensively at second, couldn't get under in front of that well-hit ball. Let it get past him into center field.
2 errors right away here for the Irish. Very uncharacteristic of them. Hopefully they can get it together here. As we have your cleanup hitter, first baseman Duran Miller, digging in here. Reed looks back at second base. The stretch and the pitch. Fouled off to the on-deck batter, 0-1.
Max Reed evidently still hasn't quite found that groove he's been looking to establish, but the Irish will sit at double play depth and hope to get him out of this inning untouched.
Definitely. Reed looks back at the runner. The stretch and the pitch. Just inside for ball 1.
Hey, way to fire.
You really don't want to be getting out of a hole here in the first inning if you're the Irish. You really want to put these 2 runners, just leave them on base and get out of this inning clean. Reed's pitch. Good breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2.
Beauty. Definitely thought that was going upstairs. Able to bring it down. Nice action there from Reed, and that's strike 1. Strike 2.
This would be a big out number 2 if Reed can punch him out right here. Looks in from Klooster. The stretch and the pitch. Got him swinging strike 3. Good breaking ball once again. Big second out here in the bottom of the first. Now digging in, we have the lefty and right fielder, number 8, Troy Buchanan. As Reed looks back at the runner on second. His stretch and the pitch. Grounded over to Reese. No, Barkley will take it, and high throw. He throws him off the bag. I believe they rule him safe. Peninsula now has the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Wow, the Irish just not in form defensively here. That was just a poor throw up high from Barkley, the shortstop. Couldn't quite get it down to Andrew Strathley, who is a very tall guy at first base. Just missed that one. Now the base is juiced. 2 outs. This is a big at-bat here for the Seahawks.
Especially when you have the DH Reese Brown coming to the plate. As he fouls one off, 0-1.
Well, you have to get out of this one. You can't be putting yourselves in a hole early, especially not with all these young guys. You have Klooster behind the plate, Strathley at first, looking to just get out of this one.
Definitely. Reed's pitch, fouled off once again, 0-2. Really need to put him away here. Leave these 3 runners stranded.
Max Reed he gave up a few hits early, didn't get any help from his defense, though. Now, in a good count, needs to retire this batter right here and get out of the inning.
Definitely. Reed looks in from Klooster. The stretch and the pitch. In the dirt, ball 1. Couldn't get him to go. Klooster gives him the sign. Reed looking in. His windup and the pitch. Grounded over to Barkley. Can he get him at first? Another high throw, and the runner will score. It is 1-0, and the other runners will hold it first. Or 2 runs will score. Wow. 2-0 Peninsula here early in the bottom of the first.
Let's go.
Another critical error from the shortstop. Just not looking good for the Irish early. They can't quite get their throws on target. Max Reed can't seem to find his groove. Usually very solid. Has had a lot of trouble in his last 2 starts. He needs to get out of this inning right here, right now, and make some big pitches and move on.
Definitely.
Looking for that sign. Doesn't even bother to check the runner at first.
Stretch
He's focused on the man at the plate.
fouled off over near the O'Day dugout, 0-1. As we mentioned, digging in, the third baseman, James Frontiero, I believe. Throws over to first, but no play. Despite the 2 runs coming in, the Irish really need to put it away. They got to stop the bleeding here early in the first. You just don't want the hole to get bigger. Good pitch, good breaking ball there to make it 0-2.
Frontiero swung right over that one. Reed has had his stuff going early, even if it hasn't quite worked out for him.
Despite the 3 errors, he has pitched quite well in this game. Good breaking ball, strike number 3. Strikes out the side the end of inning, but Peninsula does do damage. 2 runs on 1 hit and 3 errors in the inning. We go to the top of the second. The Seahawks 2 and the Irish nothing.
And here we go. Asa Reese, the third baseman, leading off for the Irish this inning. And this has been quite the game for Peninsula so far. 1-2-3 first inning for Bennett, followed by a 2-run performance by his offense. Solid all-around performance here. There's ball 1 to add to Reese. Even at 1-1.
Asa really close to the plate there. He takes a breaking ball. That ball's high, but it looks to be right at the center fielder. Although he is going back.
Going back. It's on the wall. Asa Reese trots in a second. Big double there. Didn't look to be going too far. The Maritime layer can be deceiving, but Asa Reese got all of that one. That goes deep into the wall. That was a massive hit. Unfortunately, could not quite clear the 363 distance and the tall wall there in dead center. But if you're the Irish, that's exactly what you need. You need a quick response to the offensive onslaught in the first inning.
Definitely. Now, the big important thing about this is the Irish need to drive him in here because you're down 2 early in the first inning. You sure have a lot of time left, but you need to get the runs when they come to you. You know, here's your usual cleanup hitter in the lineup. You have Declan Brown. Hopefully he can get it going here to start the season, get his first hit.
Well, Hunter Bennett looked nails in the first inning. Unfortunately, could not quite take care of business there. That outside pitch looked like Reese was expecting that as Brown takes one down the middle and absolutely cranks that to dead center field. Reese tagging up. He's not going to be able to get under that one either. Reese rounding third, headed for home. Declan Brown trots into second. He'll get there easily, and the Irish will get one back. Huge double from Declan Brown.
Almost identical to Ace's hit there. Dead center field at the base of the wall. As Declan goes 180 feet for his first hit of the year. Great time for it. Hopefully that's a good motivator for him. Digging in now, we have Richard Barkley, the shortstop here. Hopefully he can bounce back from his error that led to the 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Calls for time here.
And here we go. 2 errors cost some serious runs in the first inning for the Irish. 2 of them coming from Bennett. Looks to get some redemption here. Be down the middle for strike 1. Bennett will look in. He has a man on second behind him. Doesn't seem to have much interest in picking him off.
Bennett looking back. Good take from Barkley down low. 1-1 the count.
Declan Brown sitting on second, yearning to be drove in.
Hopefully
The
that
pitch.
can tie it up as he fouls one.
Swinging, fouled it off into the other outfield. The park right behind us.
Get ahead, Hunter.
Irish have been making some good contact. That was a solid hit. Unfortunately, just curve foul. Now behind in the count. It's Hunter Bennett. Looked to get his first out of the inning.
Hopefully he can follow it up with another double here, Barkley.
Win a battle. Let's go. Win it.
Good catch by Doyle there on the third base side. Barehander. Count still remains 1-2.
Doing a nice job keeping this at bat alive. Definitely want to run that pitch count up. Bennett's been cooking early. Obviously, the 2 doubles have helped. You can't go down without drawing some good pitches, making him beat you. The pitch down low. Did he go? No. The pitch is wild. Declan Brown will move up to third base with no outs, which makes that almost a sure run. And now it is 2-2. Can't tell if that will be scored as a wild pitch or a pass ball.
I'd reload a passed ball on that one.
And so from the scores table, it is a pass ball. Catcher unfortunately makes an error, letting Brown advance to third. And a runner on third with no outs is almost sure to go in. It's Bennett. Looks for the pitch. It was a solid pitch. Unfortunately, could not quite get it done. Barkley and they're absolutely battling.
Tying run only 90 feet away here. Pretty much anything can get him home here. A passed ball, base hit.
Richard Barkley drives that one foul over the O'Day dugout. Andrew Strathy is on deck. Luke Klooster, the catcher, is in the hole. And up steps Richard Barkley. Fantastic at bat so far. Looks for that pitch, fouls it off again. He is battling, driving that pitch count up.
I believe it's the 7th or 8th pitch of this at-bat. Like you said, really driving his pitch count up.
Still none out. Runner on third. Declan Brown looking to come home. So here's the pitch. That was a high heat. Barkley able to foul that one off. What an at bat here from the shortstop.
Just keeps battling, doesn't he?
Looking for redemption. He committed 2 errors in the first inning. Wants to prove to his team that he's a contributor. Looking to put in the work here. That breaking ball is in the dirt. We're going to go full count here. What a battle. This will be almost a 10 pitch. This will be the 10th pitch of the at bat, I believe. Andrew Strathy, don't want to get too cold waiting in the on-deck circle. This is a doozy of an at-bat. The wind, the pitch from Bennett. That is absolutely cracked into deep center field. Center fielder ranging, makes a nice catch, but it'll drive in Declan Brown, so mark him down for the sacrifice fly. The Irish have tied this game at 2. What a fantastic at-bat. Able to get the runner home. That's just nice all around from Barkley.
some may say that he got out on that play, so it wouldn't really work out. But no, that's exactly what the coach wants there. A long 11 pitch at or 10 or 11 pitch at bat. Great contact over to center field, able to get the run home to tie the game. Just as good as a hit in my opinion there. He did his job. Now the game's tied 2-2 here in top of 2.
And up steps Andrew Strathy for the Irish, looking to follow up on a nice at-bat by Richard Barkley. Strike one looking.
Another good breaking ball there from Bennett.
Andrew Strathy, a really big guy, stands at about 6'4". He makes the bat look like a piece of walks off. I think he thought there were 3 outs, only 2. And nice at-bat by Andrew Strathy, just misses on the high heat. Could have done some serious damage there if he'd made contact with that one. Now in steps the catcher, Luke Klooster. Sure, a little bit inconvenienced that he has to bat, go put on his catcher's gear soon after he comes off the bases for when he gets a hit. As the pitch from Bennett is laced into the gap in right field. And there he goes, rounding first, and no, he'll hold up. Looked like he wanted to. Fortunately gets the stop sign from Alex Latta, coaching first base, and that is a nicely roped single for the rookie catcher, for the sophomore catcher.
Klooster, pretty similar to Strathy, only limited playing time this year, but so far he has made the opportunities when he can. He's now 1 for 2 on the year. Great contact there into the right field gap. That'll bring up Tyler Bugby here, the 9-hole hitter.
Just a great piece of contact, laced that one, looped it into right field. Now you've got the 9-hole hitter up. Tyler Bugby's been solid. He'll be in left field for the Irish today. Hunter Bennett cruised through the first inning. Number 21 out there on the mound for the Seahawks. Unfortunately, this inning has not been such smooth sailing. He's given up now 3 hits, 2 runs, big doubles from Reese and Brown. Sac fly from Richard Barkley. Now a single. There looks to be a pinch runner, Isaiah Nolan, out there for Luke Klooster.
Courtesy runner in favor of the catcher.
Isaiah Nolan, speedy as ever down at first base.
Can he get
Catcher
back?
looks to back pick. Doesn't quite get it in time. Looking to catch Nolan, leading off just a little bit too much after the pitch. It was close. Nolan, quick on his feet, gets back in time. He'll take a big lead. Hunter Bennett, the lefty, looking right at him, having a bit of a stare down, and here comes the pitch. Bugby takes inside, but that was a strike. Count will go to 0-2.
With Nolan on first base and courtesy of the catcher, Luke Klooster, you can expect him to go at any time, so Bennett's really got to keep a close eye on him.
And there comes the pick.
Gets back to first.
Alex Latta definitely had some words for him there. Whispered something in his ear. As he takes his lead.
Big lead over at first.
Pitch to Bugby. Swung on, fouled off on the first base side over the O'Day dugout. 9-hole hitter looking to do some damage here. Davis Downer on deck for the Irish. Bennett, 0-2 count, looking to get out of this inning. It's caused him a bit of damage so far.
Good take from Bugby outside.
Wow, good eye there. That'll push the count to 1-2.
If Bugby can poke one in the gap or poke one down the line, Nolan with his amazing speed can easily score from first here, especially with 2 outs and him going on contact.
Bugby looks for the pitch. Bennett, breaking ball in the dirt. Nolan does not go. Speedy guy. Threat on the base pass for sure. See what Bugby can do here is now work the count back to even 2-2. He was down 0-2 just a second ago as the rain increases here. Going to make it a bit harder for Bennett. So he'll pick over to first. Isaiah Nolan back in time.
Yeah, it's really coming down here right now. It's picked up the last couple minutes.
We do have a turf field which makes the expectancy of a rain delay a little bit less. But if it keeps up like this, we may not see too much more. As that is a nice hit by Bugby into the gap. Under it is the center fielder, Ortween. He makes the catch. Out of the inning goes Hunter Bennett. 2 runs for the Irish, doing some damage early. See what Peninsula can do to answer back. Bugby goes down on the fly out to center. Be right back. Welcome back. Still raining quite a bit here. Not sure what the coaches are going to have to say about this one. Obviously, these athletes are from Seattle / Gig Harbor, so a little bit of rain is no foreign object to them as Max Reed misses down and away for ball 1. Reed couldn't quite find his groove in the first inning. He has to have a bounce back inning here. Irish want him to take a little bit of workload on today. Don't want to have to use too many pitchers, as that is a hit batter. Absolutely beans Landon Pate. Right in the shoulder.
You want to mention that, he may have not had the best inning with the 2 runs given up, but both of which were unearned. And he did still strike out the side, so 3 strikeouts already through 3 outs for Max Reed here. As we will bring in Aiden Deshoes, I believe that is how you pronounce it. The 9-hole hitter and your catcher.
Rocking number 16 out there has a bright yellow arm sleeve as he'll look to take the pitch from Reed.
Good breaking ball in there for a strike.
Pate, the left fielder, on first base. Some good speed on the base pass for the Seahawks. And as say that, there he goes. Luke Klooster sails that one into center field.
Good backup there from the center fielder, Declan, not allowing the Pate to go from second to third.
Those are the mistakes that the sophomore catchers are going to have from time to time. Nice backup out there in center field. Declan Brown making the heads-up play, does not allow the runner to advance. But an error on Luke Klooster nonetheless. The runner will advance to second, and the count will go to 1-1. Still no outs. Max Reed, no help from his defense so far. Been pounding the strike zone, relying on a lot of contact, but it hasn't quite worked out for him. So there he goes again.
Comebacker.
Comebacker makes the play himself.
Great play. Wow. Liner right at the pitcher, Max Reed fires it back to the shortstop and gets him at second. A great double play there, 1-6.
Well, and if you're not getting any help from your defense, just play your own defense. Max Reed with the 1-4 double play. Rarely seen, but he gets the liner, turns around. J.J. Abner was on second base, knew exactly what to do. Irish turn 2. as there's the high heat back to the top of the order with Dakota Ortween. Well, the Hawks were threatening, but no longer as Max Reed wipes the runner off of second base. Another one inside. Remember that batter was put on by a hit by pitch, stole second. Max Reed goes to 1-1. 2 outs here. That ball is laced into center field. Declan Brown under it, makes the catch.
Didn't even have to move an inch.
Hit it right to him. That will end the bottom of the second. We'll go top 3 here, tied at 2 in Peninsula. Davis Downer will step in. Mike Doyle jogging over to third base where he will coach, as the Irish will return to the top of the order here to lead off the third. The Seahawks will run Hunter Bennett out there for a third inning. Davis Downer doesn't go on ball 1.
Really trying to build off the 2 runs they had in the second inning, the Irish are. Try to put another one here and gain the lead. He takes a big hack and a miss for strike number 1. Bennett looking in as he steps off for time.
Downer, very powerful hitter. Only 322 to the corners. If he can pull one, can definitely get it over. So that's a grounder to the third base side. It'll go foul.
Doyle making plays left and right over here. That's his second one of the day.
Third base coach Mike Doyle, head coach of the team. Absolutely fantastic play, ranging over, making the play with his left hand. It's Downer. Step in, 1-2 count. Tap the plate. Now he's ready.
In a bit of a slump here. Hopefully he can get going on this pitch.
That was a high fastball. He wanted it. Wanted that high cheese. Lays off. Push the count even to 2-2. Downer needs to get a hit in a big way right here. The pitch from Bennett. Breaking ball. Downer makes contact. Light grounder to the second baseman. Over to first. 4-3. Downer retired for the second time today.
Great hustle there from Downer. Almost beat it out on the slow roller over to the second baseman. Always want to see that in your guys, regardless of what's going on or what the play is. We have J.J. Abner digging in for his second appearance of the day.
0 for 1 so far. Flew out to the center fielder last time up in a 1-2-3 first inning for Hunter Bennett. Abner was the back end of that nice double play we saw from Max Reed last inning. Manned second base. So he'll take a big stretch here, step in.
You can look at these guys' average and tell that some of them aren't doing too well, but this is early in the season. It's better to be in a slump now than later in the year when it seriously matters come playoff time. They'll get it together. He fouls one off there for strike number 1.
Looked like a breaking ball right in his wheelhouse, although Hunter Bennett's off speed has had a lot of movement to it so far. Abner wearing number 3, those pretty maroon Irish jerseys. The pitch from Bennett. Swung on and missed.
Big hack there from JJ.
Go to 0-2.
One of these times he's really going to connect it with a sweet spot on that bat. It's going to fly out of here.
The metal bats, a lot more power than the wooden Major League bats. That's one inside. Nice take. Abner looking to draw this at bat out a little bit more. You can hear the chirps coming from the O'Day dugout. They're a rowdy bunch. They want their brothers to succeed as the pitch from Bennett. Low in the dirt. Abner will take 2-2.
Luckily, the rain has let up here in Gig Harbor. The sun is poking out. Good to see. Always want to be playing with the sunshine out here.
We will see showers from time to time today, but had a little bit of a downpour as that one's outside. Abner will push the count full. Real nice at bat here from the second baseman.
Way to battle back and stay disciplined to get the 3-2 here from JJ.
Big senior captain Joe Githens in the hole on deck circle for the Irish. Do not want to have him come up with a man on. Abner full count. Swing and a miss. A nice ball from Bennett.
Another big hack at that, as I mentioned earlier. Once he gets contact with that ball's going to go. Out number 2 there.
Hunter Bennett is twirling today. Nice outing from him. Had a few big slip-ups last inning to some big guys. Overall, he's had a fantastic outing through 2 2/3. In steps Joe Githens. Some heat down the middle. 0-1. That's a breaking ball down low. Didn't look like Githens wanted anything to do with that.
Irish overall in the season have very good play discipline in the 5 games that or the 5th game here in the season. You know, they haven't really been swinging at too much stuff down low or too much high. Oh, that's a drive out in right field. Looks
absolutely laced. Fortunately foul. Just to the right of that. Outfield grass. Githens, 1-2. That one up high in the air, left field, could be dropping, and it will drop in just fair. Githens will get a double off of a blooper. The left fielder out there, number 7, Landon Pate, could not quite make the play. He was set up a little bit farther right as Githens just loops that one into left field, and he'll stand on second.
Looked like they were playing more towards right. Githens a lefty. Not really anyone going to be over in that shallow left field over there. Hit it right in the spot in no man's land for Peninsula as he gets on second with the big cleanup hitter here. Asa Reese coming up. Very good average, almost 900 on the whole year, 7 for 8 as he looks to drive him home and give the Irish a lead here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Reese has been absolutely red hot to start this season on a tear of all tears. That is a nice pitch from Bennett, paints the corner for strike 1. Reese is one of those guys you could end up intentionally walking with the bases loaded. He has been absolutely torrential to start the season, ripping balls to all fields, driving in runs left and right. The pitch from Bennett. In on his hands, fouled out.
Into left field behind us there in the Little League field. Drive the count to 0-2.
Reese down 0-2 here. We'll look to battle up. We'll probably shorten up on that bat. Try and get some good contact. Got Githens on second with good speed. So that
Way
is up high. Thought it was going to hit me in the face. That'll be a wild pitch. The first of the game for Hunter Bennett. Joe Githens just 90 feet away from an Irish lead here. I'm sure Reese is looking to drive that one in.
That's something right there to wake you up if you haven't been already. Go ahead, run 90 feet away here for O'Day.
Asa Reese looking for this pitch. And it looks like it will drop into right field. That'll be a single for Asa Reese and an RBI. Joe Githens comes home from third. Nice double from him. Wild pitch to third base. Asa Reese will drive him in, and the Irish will take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the third.
Way to battle back here from the Irish bats. You know, as I mentioned earlier, they've been kind of asleep the last 2 games here with only 2 runs in the last 15 innings they've pitched. But they've really battled back here in the first 3 innings. 3 runs in 3 innings, and now they have a 3-2 lead here in the top of 3. And still a lot of game to go left. Don't forget that. They only have 4 more innings. They can put a lot more runs on the board if they wish.
Well, Declan Brown will now step in with some okay speed on first. Asa Reese is a big guy, but he can haul when he's needed to. Declan Brown, first time up, had a big double to the center, over the center fielder's head to that 363 mark in the tall fence. So that one will be outside. The back pick coming for Reese, not in time. Hunter Bennett looked to be cruising through this one. Has run into some trouble, starting with Githens. Reese drives in Githens. Now Declan Brown will take outside. This is a dangerous count to a dangerous hitter. Declan Brown, a threat to all fields at all times. Never want to give him a hitter's count. He can do some major damage here as Hunter Bennett will look to get out of this one with some contact right to one of his fielders. So that's a breaking ball that drops in. Grounder to the shortstop, over to second base. Reese retired. Inning over. We'll go bottom 3 here at Semel Homestead Park. The pitch from Reed. Nice play by Reese. Over to first base. Quick out number 1 as Ben King was leading off the inning there for the Seahawks. Now 1 pitch, 1 out. It's the start you want for Max Reed. Nice play by Asa Reese at third base. Made a nice pick. Threw it with some heat. Strathy makes a nice play at first base.
The shortstop, Peyton Knowles, coming up to the plate. As I mentioned, a Gonzaga commit earlier in the broadcast. The pitch from Reed. Poked out in the gap. Little blooper that'll drop in for a base hit. Not the greatest contact in the world, but that's not what you need. You just need to get on base and touch some grass there in the outfield as Peyton Knowles is on for a 1-out single. And that'll bring up to the plate the first baseman, Duran Miller here, the cleanup hitter. We have time as Klooster throws the new ball back to Max Reed.
Duran Miller struck out his first time up for the Seahawks. Steps in again with the intent of doing some damage. Now you have a runner on first. Some good speed in Peyton Nola's.
Good pitch from Reed there. Out, got him swinging on the outside corner, strike one. Reed here really finding his groove here in the bottom of the third inning after the bad outing he had at Eastlake. Good throw over to first. Just got back as the runner Knowles.
That was close. The shortstop. Good speed on first. Make sure you're keeping him in check.
The runner moves 90 feet. We have runners on first and second with a 1-out here in bottom three.
Nice bit of hitting there from Duran Miller. It's now back-to-back runners reaching. And he was down in the count, 1-2. It's a nice bit of hitting whenever you can come back from down the count, shorten up your swing. Get the bat to the ball.
Now digging in, we have the right fielder Troy Buchanan. Reached on the only hit before this inning, the only hit for Peninsula. Looking to do the same thing again, driving the runner from second and first. Stretch from Reed. Poked opposite field. That is a foul ball over the fence there in left field. Reed trying to get out of another jam. He had one in the first inning. A couple guys scored on errors, on unearned runs. Really trying to get out of another one here. Only had the damage go to 2 runs. Really don't want to get anything here. He looks back to second. Stretch and the pitch from Reed. Poked foul once again on the warning track. That'll lead the count to be 0-2.
Still just 1 out here. As we've seen, Irish have double play proficiency.
Definitely. They had a couple in the game against Chief South. They have one already. Hopefully they can get one here. Good breaking ball there. Late swing. That'll lead to another strikeout. Reed's 4th on the day. Digging in now is a DH, Reese Brown.
You've got to think if the Irish have no errors today, they are shutting this team down. Max Reed has been spinning a gem through 2 2/3. Runners on first and second. So that one will be over to Reese, who cannot make the pick. They'll wave the runner in. And going from second to third is the runner. Now that one will get past Klooster, and now down to...
They
wow,
got him.
A nice play by Max Reed. Heads up play over to J.J. Abner at second base. So what happened there was it was a lay single in the left field. The run will score. The run will count. Peninsula will get a hit and a run to even this game up at 3-3. However, the runner advanced to third on the throw home, which got past Luke Klooster. The catcher, Max Reed, was backing him up, threw down to second, where the runner was trying to advance from first to second, and picked him off, ending the inning after the run is scored. So we are at 3-3, deadlocked here through 3 innings. And out comes a new pitcher for the Seahawks. Hunter Bennett's day is done. Gavin Sheets comes out. Do some hucking here for the Seahawks. Max Reed has had a doozy of the day, not only on the mound but in the field. Could argue he's been O'Day's best defender as we've had errors all over the infield for the Irish. but is usually a very clean team when it comes to that, has been rather sloppy today. 4 errors. Make that 5 errors now through 3 innings.
The bats have seemed to get going here for O'Day in this game. They've been slow the last couple of games, but the one area of this team I feel like needs to improve the most is the defense. You know, yesterday you have a bit of an exception with Judkin's part and the really bad hops that you can get on that field with the 4 errors there, but today they really need to clean it up here down the road. Once they do, I believe they will later in the year, come later this season. You know, it's only the 5th game of the year. Guys are still getting going here in the high school season, but if I were to point out one area of improvement, it would be on the field for O'Day.
Definitely, and this is a young team. You know, they're going to have some problems, but on a turf field, that's this nice when you have your senior third baseman, Asa Reese, missing balls like that. It's just not what you want to have.
He'll definitely get it together, don't worry. Digging in now, we have the shortstop, Richard Barkley, digging in here. Great at-bat the first time. 10-pitch at-bat leading to a sac fly to tie the game. He takes one low there for ball 1.
Well, he may have had, if not the most productive at-bat, definitely probably the best one.
Coaches absolutely love when you can get an at-bat that long. Even MLB coaches will give you a steak dinner if you get an at-bat longer than 10 pitches as the count goes to 2-0 here. Poked out to right field. That'll go over the fence. Will it? Yes, it will. Count runs 2-1.
And that one was laced deep. We have yet to see an Irish hitter power one out. However, we've had some extremely deep balls to center field that would have been out just about anywhere else in the park.
Definitely. They're really getting the sweet spot on the bat today.
So the shortstop will look to find Gavin Sheets' weakness, the new pitcher for the Seahawks, as he takes a nice golf swing at that one, but the center fielder is under it. That's Ortween. Ortween under there makes the catch, 1 down. And excuse any scoreboard delays. We're a little bit short-staffed since the game is so far away. 3 of us, Andrew Byer, I'm Harlan Grady, and off camera running the show we have John Orm. As that ball will squirt past the catcher, number 16, Aiden Deschutes, to the backstop. Now Gavin Sheets has not quite had it early. We'll look to get it going here. So there's strike 1 to Andrew Strathy.
Good breaking ball there from Gavin Sheets.
Strathy, the Irish first baseman, couldn't do anything the last time up. Struck out on some high cheese. New pitcher now, looking to get some redemption. The pitch from Sheets was up high.
He did go, says the first base umpire, make the count 1 and 2. Strathy here really looking for his first hit of the year. Only his second start of the whole year. But, hey, he's going to get a hit eventually, and hopefully it's now for O'Day.
The Irish looking for him to be a contributor, as there's the second strikeout swinging of the game. Strathy goes to the dugout unhappy.
Hey, let's go, Luke.
Now Luke Klooster, the catcher, he's had some issues today, but he'll step in. After a productive first at bat, issues behind the plate. He had a single his first time up. Sheets winds. Klooster swings right through it for strike 1. Sheets look to get out of this one unscathed. Hopefully his offense can put in the work for him. It's a nice stop by Deschutes behind the plate. Sheets was outside. The Irish, a very young team, as that one goes over the head of Luke Klooster. Irish, a very young team, looking to rely on their young pieces, especially today. We've seen many sophomores. Downer, Strathy, Klooster. We saw Isaiah Nolan running first base for Klooster last time he was on. Sheets will miss down and away. 3-1 count.
You mentioned young pieces. These are the games you really want to get these young guys experience. You know, you're in an out-of-conference game, which aren't the most important compared to Metro League games, and you're facing a really good team in Peninsula. These are the games like this. You want to get guys experience. You want to get them hits to build for the future, whether it's next year or 2 years from now. This is a very sophomore-heavy team, especially on the bench, as Klooster takes one for a walk, and the Irish get a base runner here with 2 outs.
Nice AB. Luke Klooster able to trot down to first base.
2 great at-bats for him today from the young sophomore.
Now 1 for 1. On base twice with a single and a walk. And he will sub off again. Another courtesy runner for the Irish. We'll get you a name when we
I
can.
believe that is Nate Newsom, number 5, pinch running for Luke Klooster.
And since Luke Klooster is the catcher, he gets a day off on the base pass. So Nate Newsom will come in, pinch run. He got some good speed on the base pass now. Now Bugby, the plate, flew out deep to the center fielder last time as there's the pickoff attempt from Sheets. Newsom back in time. Bugby had a nice AB, followed with a deep drive. Center fielder got under it, made a nice catch. He drove in the run from third base was Declan Brown. He has an RBI. So still 0 for 0 with a sac flying and RBI. It's a productive day at the plate.
Bugby.
Nice AB as Bugby will hit from ahead. Sheets the pitch. A little bit outside. Bugby will foul that one off. First baseman looking, right fielder looking, under it, found it, makes the catch for out number 3 or retire the side. Bugby was unhappy about that one. Feels like he probably could have had it. So Luke Klooster will trot out to behind the plate, take some warm-up pitches. We'll be right back here. Going bottom 4 in Peninsula. And welcome back. We'll go bottom of the 4th here. O'Day and Peninsula still knotted up at 3.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for O'Day, senior Brendan Doshi. His first appearance on the year. Usually comes in relief for the Irish here, and which he does in this scenario as well. Is he ready to take his first pitch on the season here?
And Max Reed, the starter for the Irish, had a great day. 3 runs, none earned. Only 4 hits through 3 innings. And Doshi will take over. Klooster still behind the plate. Looks like Joe Githens will have the day off from the field, which means the catching duties will belong to Luke.
Definitely a great bounce-back game here for Max Reed, with not the best outing against Eastlake. No earned runs, as Harlan mentioned. in this game, despite the score being 3-3. Great motivator for him later down the season. The Irish are definitely going to need him. It's Doshi. His pitch catches the outside corner for strike number 2. 1-2 the count here. Be a great way to start off his season debut for Doshi if he can put him away with a strikeout here as he looks in. Gets a sign from Klooster. The stretch and the pitch. Got him swinging strike 3. Great breaking ball in the outside corner for out number 1. And that'll bring up for the Seahawks Landon Pate.
A nice pitch there on the outside, floated in from Doshi. Doshi probably has the biggest wind of all the pitchers we've seen so far.
Definitely.
Definitely look to pitch from the stretch when he has runners on base. Especially as a righty. He is wheeling and dealing early in his first appearance of the season.
Doshi's got that old school throw the glove in your throwing hand over the head there on his windup. Should be very interesting here. Maybe old, but it's still effective nonetheless. As a stretch in the pitch. Poked out to right field, but your right fielder Davis Downer has it for out number 2.
Looks like we will have another substitution in this game. Isaiah Nolan out at second for J.J. Abner, whose day will be done. Vaughn Lowe will take over at third base for the Irish.
Doshi, the Shoes really trying to battle back here and get a base runner here in the bottom of the 4th. Over the head windup and the pitch. Just a bit high. 2-2 here to the Shoes. Very big here. Go 1-2-3 in this inning, not have the top of the lineup come up for the Seahawks. The pitch from Doshi. Down low as the Shoes battles back 3-2.
The Shoes great at bat, pushing the count full. Luke Klooster is lining up outside, looking to get him to bite as he lines up pretty close to the plate, but no such luck. The wind and the pitch from Doshi fouled off. Inning just won't end. The Shoes ruthless. The fouls. He has a good eye at the plate. Doshi will look in. He likes it. Big wind. The pitch. Popped up. Strathy ranging back. Davis coming in on Isaiah Nolan. Zips over. Has great speed from second base and makes the play. Brendan Doshi gets through 1-2-3. Irish will move on and keep it tied. End of 4 here at Semel Homestead Park. Irish and the Seahawks tied at 3. The Irish will run it back to the top of the order. Gavin Sheets will stay in, a pitcher for the Seahawks. Number 9, Davis Downer, the right fielder, had a nice play getting under one in the last inning. He struck out looking the first time up and grounded out to second base in his last at bat. Looked to do some damage here. Washington State commit. So he takes low and inside. Top of the 5th here, Semel Homestead Park. It's been a terrific game. So take outside, get a 2-0 count. And that's definitely where you want to be hitting from. Triple D, they call him.
As we mentioned, Down, he's sort of off to a slow start this year. But the one thing I feel he needs experience, and that only comes with time. And once he gets that, he'll be an amazing hitter for O'Day. And it's not really even a question once he gets it going. There's a reason he's a Wazoo commit as a sophomore. As he takes one, a close pitch there. Strike number 2 as the count runs full.
Thought he had a walk. Nope. 3-2, full count. See what he can do. Got to make some good contact. Hope you put it where they aren't. That one will be down and away. The Shoes can't stop it. Downer might go to second here. Threatened, but didn't go. Downer now. 0 for 2 with the walk. Nice AB. As up comes Isaiah Nolan, subbing for J.J. Abner. J.J. Abner 0 for 2. Fly out to center and a strikeout. Nolan now will take over with Downer on first from the walk. Another one of those young guys that the Irish have been looking to get involved. Definitely a young team. Could relate them to the Duke Blue Devils of college basketball. Young squad looking to gain some early experience and do some damage in the postseason. So Nolan will look for the signs from head coach Mike Doyle at third base.
If I could compare Nolan to any MLB player, it'd probably be Ricky Henderson. He's got that great contact with his bat, and once he's on base, he's just so fast. He can easily get to second base on pretty much any catcher he wants. So it's really, really important here for him to get on base. Hopefully he can push it down to second or third or drive him home here to give the Irish the lead here in top of the 5th. Bit of a stoppage here. Catcher meets with the pitcher Sheets. Looks like we'll be getting going here as Nolan digs in here for the first pitch of the at-bat.
Alex Lauda, the first base coach. Davis having a laugh. So he'll take a good lead. And he'll go, as it looks like there was a bunt. Looked like Isaiah Nolan was bunting for a hit there. Davis took off, looking to move up the runner. Fortunately, goes off his bat. He'll look for more signs. Downer getting the signs as well. Doyle dishing him out over there. So Nolan will step in. Still just 0-1. He can still bunt if he likes. And he does, and it hits him. But I believe they're going to say that he went on the bunt attempt.
Looks like they're going to give him first.
Some strong dissent from the parents on our left in green. The umps are going to have to meet and talk about this one, see if they'll give him first base. So the ball hit him. He was in the process of bunting. And they're not going to know if he went around or not since they didn't have an ump on first base. So they're either going to have to, and they will. They'll award him first base.
You're getting a lot of jeers here from the Peninsula fans, not liking that one too much. They claim he went.
And so Nolan on first, Downer on second. That was a hit by pitch from Gavin Sheets, who has not found his rhythm here in this inning. Been all over the place. That's the big boy. Usually catcher. Today he's filling that DH role. Githens steps in.
Right here is really when you want Githens to deliver. He's done it all year. in the South game and the other games he's played in with big hits at big times. And right now is when you want him more than anything here to take the lead as we're coming down to the last couple innings here. Him and maybe I'd say Asa Reese are the two guys you want here to drive in runs. And sure enough, you have one at the plate.
So Isaiah Nolan showed bunt, got hit by a pitch, and they ruled he didn't go in the bunt attempt and awarded him first base. So he got 2 on, none out. Gavin Sheets looking to work his way out of an early jam here. As the pitch is outside, Davis Downer is stealing, but he wasn't even close. Nice throw from DeShoes. Davis Downer has good legs. Looks like he may have misinterpreted a sign. And he'll run back to the dugout. Looks like he missed a sign there from head coach Mike Doyle. Gets caught stealing. He's fast, but he's not that fast. It was a fastball on the outside. Githens took for ball 1, but throw down was well in time. They caught him by a mile. And Downer can move, so that's saying something.
Ooh,
the pickoff attempt will get Isaiah Nolan. And oh my goodness, what a turn of events. The Irish had 2 on, none out. And now there are none on with 2 out as a caught stealing and a pickoff attempt will wipe the bases clear for the Irish. The senior Githens not approving of the antics from the young sophomores, as he will now step in with nobody in scoring position, nobody on the base pass. See if he can crank one over the fence. That's well outside.
Unfortunate here for the Irish. Not great base running. Struggles early in the season here. Hopefully they can get that figured out as Githens takes one there for a strike. Sheets looks in, gets a sign from his catcher, the stretch, and the pitch. High and outside for ball number 2.
And Sheets got some help from his defense, had a nice pickoff attempt, but he has not been on his game here. Missing the zone a lot, a walk and a hit by pitch, and now behind in the count to Githens, 3-1. And there is the walk. Githens will trot down at first base. Sheets does not have the control in his pocket today. He's been a little wild.
Very fortunate that he has gotten outs from his fielders, especially his catcher who threw a guy out at third and himself who picked off someone at first base to give him the 2 outs. Now we will have a pinch hitter here for Asa Reese, Vaughn Lowe, the sophomore, coming to the plate.
That's an interesting substitution. Asa Reese absolutely cranked a double out to deep center field over the center fielder's head earlier in this game in the 2nd inning. And then got on to single the next time out. Could have gone for the cycle. Instead, we'll see the promising sophomore Lowe man third.
And as I mentioned earlier a couple times in the broadcast, these games are just about experience, and when you have a sophomore like Von Lowe who's very up and coming, these are the games you really want to get him experience. So that may be part of the reason as he flies one out to the center field, or we know the right fielder will call him off route number 3.
And you see Klutzer there, a nice throw from his knees on the throw down there, and we will get it started. Going bottom 5 here. Brendan Doshi absolutely cruised through his first inning of work, and we'll look to keep that rolling. He was all over these Peninsula hitters, pounding the zone, getting the good breaking stuff when he needed it, making his key pitches.
The big question here is whether or not he can do it against the top of the lineup. I sure hope he can. Doshi looks in. Stretch in the pitch, down low for ball 1.
Would be Ortween in for the Seahawks. It's been productive so far. Scored once in the first inning. Lined out to Declan Brown in center field last time up. He'll get another shot at it here. Doshi the big wind, and the pitch.
Good breaking ball there. Caught him swinging on the outside corner, 1-1. Irish pitching here has really settled down, and especially the fielding as well. Ever since that first inning, it had 3 errors in it. As they look here to just put these Peninsula batters one by one away as Ortween calls time. Doshi looks at the sign from Klooster. Into his windup and the pitch. Poked out to the gap in right center field. Right fielder and center fielder can't get to it. As he falls down, rounding first, trying to go to second, and he will hold there for the single in this inning.
Well, not a great start for Doshi, who cruised through the bottom of the 4th. Davis and Declan out there couldn't quite figure out who wanted that one. Fortunately, the runner slipped. Nice single. Davis was lined up a little bit short out in right field, not expecting anything quite that deep from the center fielder. Now Ben King into the box for the Seahawks.
Strike out his first at-bat and a 5-3 put out in the second at-bat. Now for his third. He looks to bunt. Pitches high. Klooster does not throw over to first. Ball number 1. This would be a big out here if Doshi can punch out King or just get him out in any way, shape, or form. So he looks to bunt once again. Good bunt over to Doshi. Fires over the head of Strathy. And that'll go down to the warning track as Ortween slides into third and King gets in the second here. An E1 on Brendan Doshi. And now the Seahawks have runners on second and third and nobody out with the Gonzaga commit Peyton Knowles coming to the plate here.
And you can't make this stuff up. O'Day, 6 errors to Peninsula 0. You almost can't believe this one's still tied.
Definitely.
And Doshi was not happy with himself after that one. Had an easy throw. He probably could have underhanded that one off. It was a great bunt by Ben King, but just sails that one into the right field foul territory.
Dangerous hitter here, Peyton Knowles. As he pokes one into center field, that's going to send Brown back. Runner tags Ortween. He will score. The throw over to third is offline. And the Seahawks have reclaimed the lead here.
That was a nice piece of hitting. Obviously, Knowles not doing anything too crazy, but it's similar to what we saw from the shortstop of the Irish, Richard Barkley, earlier. Just a great at-bat, sac fly to the center fielder, drives the run in. Seahawks will take the lead 4-3.
Now digging in is the cleanup hitter, Duran Miller. Struck out his first at-bat and got a single on his second. He's trying to replicate what he did in the second at-bat here and drive the runner on third home. As he takes a pitch, popped up in the infield. Nolan is calling for it, and the runner will hold at third base for out number 2.
Nice piece of work there from Doshi, getting his second out quickly.
Much needed out there.
Looked like he could have been in some serious trouble had he not gotten that one.
That'll bring him to center field, or the right fielder, Troy Buchanan, to the plate here. Got the single that drove in the first 2 runs for Peninsula here. Trying to drive in another to extend their lead to 5-3 here. As Doshi steps off. Looks in from Klooster. Set. And the pitch. High and inside for ball 1, 1-0.
Inside, almost grazed Buchanan. Well, I'm sure the Irish hitters would appreciate it if Doshi could keep this run from scoring. 90 feet away is the Peninsula base runner. Ben King on 3-bag for the Seahawks. One's inside, popped up, looks like Von Lowe is under it and makes the catch for the third out.
Hey, let's get those bats going. Let's go.
That one was just knuckled off by Troy Buchanan, not the at-bat he wanted. As we will go to the top of the 6th inning here in Peninsula. Be right back.
Digging now for the O'Day Irish, we have Declan Brown, who takes one for ball number 1, 1-0.
Declan absolutely cranked a ball into center field for a double, a massive double, scoring Asa Reese in the 2nd inning.
Pops one up here.
That's a pop out. Right fielder calls off the second baseman and makes the play. One down quickly for the Irish.
You need base runners in this point in the game. Top 6, you're running out of outs here. Only 5 left for the Irish here with that first out coming. We have a pinch hitter here, Nate Newsom, for Richard Barkley. Umpire will make the switch on his card here. Catcher and Sheets conferencing as we're about ready to go here as Newsom digs into the plate.
Well, Richard Barkley had one of the key at-bats of the game for the Irish. Nice 10-pitch at-bat. Sacrifice fly, scores the runner. Get their 3rd run of the game. Irish need to tie this one up and soon. Running out of outs here. That one's outside from Sheets, who's been going strong since the 3rd. Could imagine we'll see a closer here for Peninsula, as Sheets and Bennett both took 3 innings of work. Nice contact there from Newsom up the middle. Shortstop ranging over, steps on second and sails it over the head.
High throw.
Newsom will advance to second automatically on a ball out of play. Hits Coach Pierre Ladors in the leg. The shortstop ranged over, made a nice play. The Gonzaga commit, Peyton Knowles, just sails it over the head of the first baseman into the O'Day dugout. Newsom will stand on second base.
And that is what you need right there. Like I said, you need base runners, and that's one way to get it right there. Now the Irish just have to capitalize on these opportunities here. So we have another pinch hitter for the Irish. I believe that's the way to get your first hit of the year if you're Prado. Amazing opportunity there. Capitalized on it. That's what you want from these young guys like Prado. Luke Klooster will dig in now, trying to put the go-ahead run on the board for the Irish as the game is tied at 4.
Luke Klooster handling the catching today for the Irish. He's gotten on base both of his first 2 at-bats, as the back pick will not be in time. Eye on the catcher. Sheets thinks he made his pitch. Not happy about that at all. Count goes to 2-0. Klooster looking for it. Sheets. Time is called. Gluster steps out. Prado will take his lead off second base. Sheets looks for the sign. Luke Gluster. Count is 1-1, sorry.
The pitch outside, 2-1 the count now. Go ahead run 180 feet away here. A base hit into a double, anything here could possibly drive home Prado.
Time is called yet again.
Let's go.
Maybe some mind games here.
Kluster really taking his time, really wanted to lock in on this at-bat right here because it's a very crucial one in this point in the game.
In the on-deck circle, Dominic Scally for the Irish will sub for Tyler Bugby as that one grounds. Foul.
Ooh,
First baseman picks it up in foul territory.
He's not too happy about that. He thought it was fair and he could have gotten the out.
Luke Gluster laughing his way back to the plate. 2-2 count.
Hopefully he can capitalize off the controversial call there.
Looking to drive this run home in a big way. One down. Count is 2-2. Sheets looking in. Irish. Dominic Scally subbing in for Tyler Bugby.
Let's go, Dom. Bring him in.
And we'll sub both at the plate, and we'll take over duties in the left field. Dominic Scally has the highest hip rotation velocity of anyone that Prep Baseball Records has tracked in the nation. Promising young talent. Dugout loves him.
You can definitely tell that by those swings he just took in the warm-ups.
On the rope, Dom.
He can hit it.
So Day team has so much promising young talent. They're going to be great in the future.
And he can hit it hard. And there it is to the third baseman. Can't quite make the play.
He got in there.
And he's ruled safe.
Under the tag. What a head first slide there by Miguel Prado.
Unbelievable. And now the ball does not get into the pitcher. Some heads-up base running there. Dominic Scally will advance to second. Now you have two down for the Irish with runners on second and third. Man, that's some questionable base running. Obviously, Miguel Prado does not have to go there. Runs right into it. Somehow avoids the tag. Now the coach is out to have some serious words with the umpire.
Second time this game he's gone out there.
Not happy about that at all. But you got to think, when's the last time you saw an ump change their decision based on what the head coach has to say?
Come on, D.
And we're going to rule that as a Peninsula error. Not a hit, unfortunately, for Dom.
Let's go, D.
They will confirm the safe ruling. Catcher is just in disbelief.
No one on Peninsula is too happy with that call.
First, and the coach will come out and talk to Gavin Sheets, who has had some trouble with control throughout this outing and is now in some major trouble with Triple D coming to the plate. Wearing number 9.
He's really going to need to get a big send at the catcher. The pitch. In the dirt, it gets by the catcher.
Prado's coming home. He'll get there easily peasy. And the Irish will take a 5-4 lead here in the top of the 6th. What heads-up base running there from Miguel Prado. Gets home on the slip up by the catcher.
Rules out a
No
pass
chance
ball.
to get him. We'll get a pass ball on that. Dominic Scally will move to third. Davis Downer still looking to get that RBI. Give the Irish some insurance here.
Definitely. You don't want to go in these last 2 innings with just winning by one run. Takes one outside there for a ball, 1-1.
Let's go, D, on the rope.
Two on the count.
Downer looking to sting it somewhere. Get some hard contact. So that one will be outside. 3-1.
Best count in baseball here if you're the hitter. Really trying to just get that runner 90 feet to home plate. Build much needed insurance. Takes one low. Ball 4. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Isaiah Nolan coming to the plate.
Davis will reach for the second time today. Still no hits for him. You got to think he's craving to get on via a hit. And we will see a pitching change. Gavin Sheets will come out. Peninsula will have.
He is definitely due for a hit one of these at-bats in the next coming games as Gavin Sheets will exit.
And for the Peninsula Seahawks, we will have Grayson Ford coming in to pitch. Most likely close this one out. One more out to get here in the second, or in the 6th, and 3 in the 7th.
Let's go, Isaiah. Bring your boy in.
O'Day with a late lead. He's got Don Scally on third base. Definitely has the ability to put this one out of reach. Somewhere deep. You know, he has great speed. So the new pitcher, Ford, for the Seahawks. Showing off what he's got here in the warm-ups. Little powwow in the infield, got a powwow in the outfield. What are you talking about in the outfield if you're the Seahawks, Andrew?
I definitely say if you're the outfield, man, we got to get this game going. We got to get our bats on the field here. You know, as they're waiting right now for the pitcher to warm up here, they're really trying to get their head in the game here. But also at the same time, you know, you also just want to have a good time out there. I mean, once again, you are having fun. So, I mean, why not? You want to do a little of both here. Get this last out if you're Peninsula and just get this game back going in your favor on the bats.
And hopefully Grayson Ford can take responsibility, get the last inning and a third done. And it will be Isaiah Nolan, followed by Joe Githens if we get to him.
Heart of the lineup here. This is the guys that could easily punch in a couple more runs here, which are much needed. These are the guys you want, 2, 3, 4 here for Grayson Ford he has to face.
Let's go, Isaiah.
Nolan will step in. New pitcher for the Seahawks, Grayson Ford. Throw his first pitch of the game. Straight gas up top. Davis Downer stealing second. No contest. Still will get a stolen base in the snap book, but that's heads-up base running. Downer, for a really big guy, has a lot of speed. One of the better base runners. Got caught stealing earlier today on a botched sign. More heat up top. Ford can't quite bring it down enough. 2-0. Two runs in so far this inning. Called strike down and in on Nolan.
Good pitch, just clipped the inside corner there.
Nolan still batting from ahead, 2-1. Another nice pitch from Ford there.
Definitely.
2 high balls. Has been able to bring it down, get it in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in for the Irish, 2 on for the Irish. Isaiah Nolan gets the end of the bat to that. It will trickle through. Shortstop gets to it. Davis Downer coming to the plate. The throw is
under the tag.
Not in time. Davis Downer is in. He will score. The Irish go up 3, 7-4 in the top of the 6th inning. Isaiah Nolan gets another hit. He has had a great game so far with some nice plays in the outfield. Joe Githens will step in with now just 1 runner on. Dom Scally scores from 3rd. Davis Downer scores from 2nd. Isaiah Nolan, 2 RBI single here, top of the 6th inning.
A clutch hit there from Nolan, the young player. That's really what you need here. Irish able to fight back from down 3-4 to make it 6-4, excuse me, here.
It is 7-4. There's an error on the outfield scoreboard.
Catcher trying to find it here. He can. What a play.
Nice play, and that won the inning for the Irish. A 2-out rally puts them ahead. Gavin Sheets couldn't quite find it, so Grayson Ford takes over, gives up the base hit to Nolan, and we will take this to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6 outs left for the Seahawks, down 3. Strathley started there today.
Yeah, but in the past,
We are here in the
he's been
6th inning, as we will have Doshi still on the mound for the Irish as he takes a pitch. Clips the DH Reese Brown, and he will lead off here with a hit by pitch.
Questionable start there. Going into his 3rd inning of work, I believe. Max Reed had the first 3. Doshi's got the last 3. We'll see if they trot him out again for the 7th. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a closer-type fireballer for the Irish here. Defensive substitution, 2 of them. We got Miguel Prado, man in the first base for the Irish. And out in the 7th spot, Dom Scally, covering left field. Doshi will look in and get the sign. Luke Klooster still behind the plate. Joe Githens with the day off today. Still DHing. The young catcher. Nice pitch by Doshi on the inside corner for strike 1.
We should mention we have a pinch hitter here for James Frontieri. We have number 15, Trevor Grande, or Trevor Grand, excuse me. He's already taken one for the 0-1 count. Doshi takes a look at the runner at first. He's set, stretch, and the pitch. Just low, 1-1 the count. Taking a long look in at Klooster. Gets his sign. The stretch and the pitch. Big swing and a miss there from Grand. Make the count 1-2.
It was a little bit inside. He wanted to get that ball in on his hands, and he did. Couldn't quite get bat to ball. 1-2. Nice by Doshi to get ahead in the count. He'd love something on the ground here. Trust his defense to turn 2. Strikeout's just fine. As he hits him again, back-to-back hits by pitch. You got to think the Irish have somebody up in the pen by now, and they do. You just do not want to see that. We will switch to the bullpen cam, and we have Joe Githens, it appears. And it will be Joe Githens warming up in the pen, the DH, looking to take advantage of the Shohei rule, going from DH to pitcher here. Brendan Doshi back-to-back hit by pitches to start this inning. Got a man on first and second, no out. You've just had your hitters go out and score 4 runs. You cannot let them retaliate like this. You have to get something on the ground. Trust your defense. Take the soft contact, and a third straight hit by pitch. He cannot find the zone. You got to think they can't warm Githens up fast enough right now, as the bases are completely juiced for Brendan Doshi.
3 straight hit by pitches.
Githens the catcher. Who's that up there that warming up? That's the mound.
I'm sorry to report that Githens is not actually warming up a pitcher, unfortunately. The bullpen cam had us a little confused. Luke Kluser will trot out there, have a talk with Doshi, and come back. Got the catcher to shoes. Up to the bat, up to the plate. Bases juice for the Seahawks. Grand slam will put us right back where we started at the bottom of the 5th. Peninsula with a 1-run lead, but for now, the Irish control this game. 7-4 in favor of the Irish. Questionable back pick. You got to think the runner from third is looking to go home if that misses. He gets it on target. Prado makes the catch. Though she's still unable to find the zone. That was ball 1. Still no outs. Bases loaded. Peninsula's time to shine here on 3 straight hit by pitches from Doshi. The wind, the pitch, outside. You can see Kluser setting up a little bit outside just to prevent another hit by pitch, but obviously he's missed again here. You can't have walked in runs, especially not from one of your better pitchers in Doshi. Just seems to have lost all the control he's been working so well with. It's the pitch to DeShoes on its way. Outside again. Nice block by Kluster.
Great block.
Does a good job of keeping it in front of him, not allowing that run to come home from third base. Very solid defensive effort.
Hopefully Doshi can battle back in the count here and get this big first out. You really don't want to walk a run in here with nobody out and only being up by 3.
And it is not looking good. He has not managed to find the zone to this point in this inning. O'Day still leads by 3. That lead is in some serious jeopardy right now. As Doshi winds. It's low. The run will trot home. Reese Brown, who was hit with the first pitch of the inning, walks home. RBI walk from DeShoes. Peninsula draws closer. Mike Doyle will walk out to the mound. Brendan Doshi's day is over.
That'll bring in pitcher Jeffrey Woods, the junior, coming in now for the Irish to hopefully get out of this big jam, the biggest of the season so far for the Irish.
Doshi was cooking through 2 innings. Unfortunately, could not find the zone again. Once he lost it, 3 straight hit by pitches on a walk results in 1 run to date for Doshi. 2 total, both earned. 2 innings of work. Obviously, he's still responsible for the runners on first, second, and third base, so he could be as high as 3 earned runs. Jeff Woods throwing some sauce down the middle. New sheet for Luke Kluster, so he'll be able to call those pitches for Jeff Woods. Back to the top of the order now. Dakota Ortween, the center fielder. Man in the 8 hole. The leadoff hitter. steps in. Seahawks looking to tie this game up. 7-5 now in favor of the Irish.
Takes one low for ball number 1. You know, you want to go back to the point when the Irish were up in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning, I should say. You pointed out insurance. This is why you need insurance runs right here. You know, they would just held on that 1-run lead. This game would be tied right now. Instead, they're up 2. This is Woods' pitch. Chopper up the middle. Barkley steps on second, fires to first. Good pick by Prado, got 2. Run will score, but nonetheless a great double play there from Richard Barkley. The 6-3 double play. The Irish have the lead at 7-6 now with a runner on third for Peninsula.
Irish still grasping onto this 1-run lead as the Peninsula Seahawks grow ever closer. Nice play there from Barkley. Touches second, does it himself, gets it to first. An incredible pick by Prado. Doing a great job. Manning first base. It's a pitch from Woods. Fantastic breaking ball on the outside corner. Gets King to swing right over it. Strike 1. One and one. Now 2 outs. Great job by Woods to limit just 1 run on the double play. Still hold the lead. 4 outs to go for the Irish. That one's just a little outside.
2-1 the count now with the tying run 90 feet away. If he can get this punch out or getting out, and then some clutch pitching here from Woods. Pitches, catches the outside corner. Strike number 2. A good pitch there from Jeffrey to make the count 2-2 here. Now 1 strike away of getting out of this jam.
Got some cheers from the O'Day side and some jeers from the Peninsula side. That one looked to be a little bit outside. And that comes in. Strikes him out. Rings him up. Jeffrey Woods with a huge performance here. The bottom of the 6th. Get the Irish out of a massive jam. That is a big primetime performance to keep the Irish in the lead. They'll hang on 7-6 now. O'Day going to the top of the 7th inning. Our last inning. I'm Harlan Grady.
I am Andrew Byer.
We'll be right back. Grayson Ford on the mound for the Seahawks. Vaughn Lowe stepped in the batter's box, took over at third base for Asa Reese, who had a big double in the 3rd inning. Or in the 2nd inning, rather. As Lowe takes inside for ball 1. And we are in the inning. The Irish control a 1-run lead. Which they accrued in the 6th inning, almost gave it back up. Jeffrey Woods with a massive strikeout, and Lowe pops it up. falls inconsequentially to the ground. See what happens here. Ford on the mound. Usually the closer for this team had to come in and out early. Get Gavin Sheets out of some trouble. As that was a nasty breaking ball. Von Lowe swung right through that one.
Great pitch, wow.
1-2.
Hey, battle mode, kid.
You can see that breaking ball from Ford had some serious bite. Lowe was a little bit befuddled by it. He'll look to get right back here. Twirls the bat above his head. But, yeah, that is nasty stuff from Ford. Seriously dirty. Declan Brown will come up, try to get some revenge.
That pitch was something. I can't really blame him for going halfway.
Filth from Ford on the mound. And there it is again. He is just pounding this breaking ball. The Irish hitters, if they get on it, it'll be a problem if he leaves it hanging. But it has some serious bite. A lot of spin on that ball. There's the fastball. Declan Brown follows that one right into the backstop. Richard Barkley retrieves it. Grayson Ford, 1 out. 2 strikes to Declan Brown. Almost hit him. Comes on the inside. And he is rung up. Not at all happy about that one. Thought that one was inside. Says you're out of here. Nice pitch.
2 strikeouts.
We have Barkley back in for Newsom, who came up. Got a nice, I believe it was a single. But out again.
Chopper over the shortstop Knowles. Throws him out, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th.
Knowles on an absolute laser over to the first baseman. We will go to the final half inning of action here at Semmel Homestead Park. Be right back. O'Day leads 7-6. Inceps Peyton Knowles for the Seahawks. Gonzaga commit next to Brady Foster for the Irish. He'll be looking to do some damage. Still Jeffrey Woods on the mound, who got the Irish out of a major jam in the last inning. This is a big, big inning for him. Younger guy. He's a junior this year. Looking to shut down the Peninsula Seahawks here in the bottom of the 7th and send the Irish home with a win. They've got a long drive ahead of them, so they better hope he's able to shut this one out. There's 1-1 to Knowles.
If you're Peninsula here, this is definitely the guy you want up. He's your best player on the team, a Gonzaga baseball commit, D1 for a reason. This is the guy you want. You want base runners? He's the number 1 guy you want. 2-1 the count here. Woods' pitch. Breaking ball caught the inside corner. Strike number 2. 2-2 the count now.
And hitters who've got to adjust this umping his strike zone shift a little bit. He's calling the strikes on the inside half of the plate. As there, that one's down low and in the dirt. Nice block by Klooster. As Woods will push it to a full count here with Knowles. Dangerous hitter.
This is so far the biggest pitch of the game here for the Irish. As Woods, he's set. Stretch and the pitch. Pokes it to the opposite field for a base hit.
Laced into left field. Nice bit of hitting. Goes opposite way with it. Donald Scally makes the play, gets it into Richard Barkley, and that puts the winning run on base for the big bat of Duran Miller. Not the guy you want to have up with a man on because he can absolutely crush a baseball. Dangerous hitter.
We mentioned before, you need base runners. Well, there you go. Your best player just got on base. Now you have the cleanup hitter. So he pokes one out to right field. Downer looking up. Can he find it? Yes, he can.
Runner will tag to second but go back halfway. Knowles wasn't quite sure about that. Davis Downer has a cannon from out there.
That's a big first out here. Now you can force a double play and just end the game right here if you're Woods.
Got to trust your defense, though. Jeff Woods does a good job of pitching in contact. Got to have Barkley and Isaiah Nolan out there working in tandem. Get the ball over to Prado and end this one right here. Get something on the ground. So that's a foul right in the backstop. A massive at bat here. Troy Buchanan steps in. 1 for 3 with a single today. Struck out in the third. Popped out to the shortstop. And a single. Still swing over that one. Still 0-2.
Good breaking ball there from Woods here to push the count 0-2. Like Ford, he's got a lot of break on that curveball. That's what you need in these close game situations, whether or not you got a good fastball or a good curveball. You can just fire it in there as Woods is set. And the pitch. Runner goes. Fouled off. Still 0-2.
Dangerous speed from Knowles on the base pass from first.
Definitely. Now that the Irish know that he could possibly be going on any time, they got to be on their toes. Hopefully Klooster can fire one down to second if he does go.
Big pitch from Woods.
Grounded. Chopper.
Isaiah Nolan to second. Over to first. Game over. And no! Prado unable to finish this one. Peninsula will have another shot, and could that turn out critical? Prado was in a almost full split, got the throw from Barkley, who had a nice toss from Isaiah Nolan, able to field a tough grounder. Could not quite make the pick. And could it come back to bite the Irish? As there's the block by Klooster, runners headed down to second base.
Ooh,
safe.
He just got in there.
Klooster not happy with that one. Feels like he could have got him. Upset about it. And now runner in scoring position. Could we be headed to extra innings here?
Possibly. Tying run is 180 feet away.
Reese Brown, the designated hitter, steps in for the Seahawks. Woods on the mound. Looking back. Now the pitch. Strike one.
That's a great frame there from Klooster. That may have convinced the umpire to call that one a strike.
Now the Irish just 1 out away. Runner on second taking his big lead. Woods the lefty. That one's outside. 2-1.
A base hit here will tie the game up almost surely. Good speed on second base and 2 outs. He'll definitely be going on contact here. Woods is set. Looks back at second. The pitch. Good pitch. Strike number 2 here, and the Irish are 1 strike away from pulling this victory out here in Gig Harbor.
Peninsula down to their last strike. The DH designated to hit. Well, he better take care of his job now. Woods is outside. Full count. 2 outs. Runner on second. Base hit almost surely scores the speedy runner. And it is a pinch runner out there.
This game honestly is reminding me of the East Lake game when they were down by 1 run in the last inning, and they had a runner. As Woods steps off here, I can't stress the importance of this pitch anymore. You know, you could easily walk him here. You could easily have him get a hit that could tie the game. Woods looks in. He's set. Looks back at the runner on second. The stretch and the pitch. Just outside. They call a strike 3, and that is game over from here in Gig Harbor. The Irish take this one 7-6. Man, that is some clutch pitching there from Jeffrey Woods in this game.
Hey, way to fight, boy.
What a game here. The Irish pull out another close one here in an out-of-conference game. Your final, Irish 7, Peninsula 6. I am Andrew Byer.
I'm Harlan Grady.
Thank you for watching this broadcast from the